Alright, what is up everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video. And yes, you see this right. I'm in the menu of Planet Coaster 2. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Frontier, for getting in touch with me and sending me an early access code to the game. I'm super excited, and I legit thought I was going to have to wait until Wednesday, but thankfully, the good folks at Frontier have decided to send me a code, and I couldn't thank them enough. And I've already played a little bit just to get myself a little more familiar with the game. I haven't done everything. As you can see, I do have a continue here. I did work a little bit in Sandbox. I did start like the tutorial and career just to get started. So I'm sure this isn't like the final release for like Wednesday. I think they'll probably have some more patches. We'll patch the game up before then, but anyways, this is Planet Coaster 2. This is basically the final version. As you can see, it's build 1.0.16 or whatever. So I'm super excited. We're going to jump into a sandbox. I'm not going to be building like something super in detail. I want to show you guys all that the game has to offer as of right now. I'm excited to do like franchise mode and stuff. As you can see, we have 4 biomes to choose from. I'm sure that will grow in the end. I like the taiga one, the Mediterranean, temperate. I think I started on temperate, so let's go ahead and go into the taiga. I can see the water in the background, so let's go ahead and here you have different options here. I'm just gonna type in Windland just because whatever. It's not gonna really matter. But you can see we have a default sandbox. This allows us to have to worry about the power and water management and all the different managements. If we do creative, we don't have to worry about anything, which is what a lot of people will probably do. There's challenge where you have to do like full cache, and there's like different options for sandbox, which is really cool, and you can also customize it if you want. We're just going to do creative so we can really kind of just do everything that we want. There's also more settings in here where you can customize everything. And let's get into it. So I do currently have it on a hard drive right now. I have a new SSD that should actually be in here today. I'm super excited to get that SSD, and I will plan it. Even with being installed on a hard drive, man, it actually does go pretty quickly. So let's take a look at this biome. We have some water in the background. I don't know how big this is. Oh, you can see the border right here. So it kind of goes around. We don't have like square borders anymore. You can actually have interesting borders. There's a little pond right there. That looks pretty cool. And just look at the night and day difference when it comes to lighting. It's absolutely insane. This is like sunrise, I think. It's actually insane. I haven't messed a lot with a lot of stuff yet, but holy crap. One video is not going to be enough to show all the stuff you can do in the game. I'm really excited. I still haven't done a ton yet in the game just yet. So you can see we have the buses that you can actually move. So if you wanted to create your own little entrance area for all that, you can. This is just kind of how it's set up right now. And yeah, so let's get into it and just start building a little bit. I think the way I'm going to do this, I could place down every bit that I could, but instead I think I'm just going to go ahead and just start building a little bit here. So what we could do, we have the line builder, we have the classic paths, we have the draw tool, which is exciting, man. I'm gonna do straight, and let's go and let's see, snap, angle snap. Let's set it to 45. So basically, what I want to do, dude, that's so cool, is that I want to place down just a big old path here. And you really have full control over this. It doesn't really snap like perfectly like that, but you can do stuff like that. Let's go ahead and instead of snap, let's actually do stamp builder. That's actually going to be a little bit easier to do what I want here. So stamp builder, you can literally just plop down like that. This is basically like if you're building on the grid in the previous game. So you can also go over to customize brush. With the brush, if you go to customize style, we can change this to whatever we want. So we have all these different types of paths to choose from. We do have natural paths as well that we can also use. So if I wanted to use, say, this brick path, just copy texture, and then we can literally just paint all these like that. or you can set it beforehand. So it's really easy to go in and change the color of your paths and different textures, because again, you can also do your railings as well. So we could add rails to this. And you can mix and match the railings as well. So as you can see, I can just put the railings in just like this with the customized brush. Very, very nice for someone like me. Like, I love these railings, by the way. I might actually use them quite often. Now, I don't know if you can change the color of those railings. Let's take a look. I don't believe you can. I don't think the railings are kind of set the way they are, but that's all right. You can also add path extras as well, it looks like, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and again, you can change railing. Oh, you can change the colors. Look at that. Let's go. So if we click confirm on that, we can change the railing black. So you can even change the color of the railings. Like, that's so much more than what we could do in Planet Coaster 1. So that's pretty fantastic. So we have our park entrance here. We can edit ticket prices, of course, and stuff like that. But one of the coolest things is that we can actually say, if I want to build a facility, we can go to shops. We could go create custom. There's a lot of different options here. Let's just create, and we have the empty food stands too. So you can actually do just the counters now, which is really, really cool. Very, very nice to see that. I'm actually really excited that we can do that now. So if you want to do like a food truck or something like that, you can. Let's see if there's actually any blueprints of the food trucks. I'm not sure if there's blueprints of the food trucks yet. It doesn't look like there is. We just have some generic stuff here. So let's go ahead and create custom. And I'm going to see what we can do here. So let's go in here. We want to select, what is this? Chief beef counter. So what I want to do is I want to put in a chief beef counter. Nice, and we can actually go to the scenery, and let's just type truck and see if anything pops up. Maybe not. Maybe food. Oh, nothing there. Let's see. I don't exactly know where it's located. Actually, we need to create custom. That's why we're not in the custom tab. Let's go truck. It was searching blueprints, so there it is. We have like a food truck that we could place in. That's cool, and it automatically can snap, I think, into this. I think I saw it snap. Snap distance, snap angle, line to surface, stick to surface, snap to position, on. There we go. Look at that. So I could literally place like there's a little food truck in here. That is so cool. And look at the little interior. That's so amazing. All right, so if we click on this, you can actually change the colors of it as well. Absolutely incredible. So if I go and select this and open it, as you can see, we have our vendor ready to serve our guests. Super, super exciting. Just inside here. So guests can actually go in here, and you can see we can change the pricing to custom. It's set to bargain right now, and you can edit all of those. So our guests are coming in, but they want to do more than just eat there. But it's really cool. I just love that you can place it right on top of the paths, and it will automatically work. And you can do all the custom, all the stuff with the staffing and stuff like that. I love that they have these little food trucks that we can actually place in. You can see autosave just happened and no lag, which is also a really good thing. So let's go ahead and place down a flat ride. I'm going to do blueprints just for now. We might actually edit. Actually, let's go ahead and select one of these and actually edit the stuff on it. So again, you can animate or actually attach scenery pieces to the animated parts of the stuff now. So we could add, like, say, a hammer swing, which is one of my favorites, by the way. I love this ride. And you can see that we can turn snap distance on. You can actually have some nice options for that. Angle snap, also things, so you can really get precise with it if you'd like to. Acts as relative, and then it also snaps against. It can also snap against your pathing as well. So before we do this, let's actually make a nice little path for this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to the stamp builder. We're going to continue on to this, but I want to make, what I do want to do is just make a huge area just for this ride for it to go into. And we're just going to place it directly on the path. So I could do this. I could also do the draw tool if I wanted to. But we're going to stick to using the stamp builder, which is very fluid, very quick. Like, sometimes it was a little bit of a pain to get this going. In Planet Coaster 1, if you're using like the grid tool, you couldn't place them as quickly and easily as you can in Planet Coaster 2. Very, very amazing. All right, hopefully that's enough space. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and find the hammer swing. There it is, and place it directly onto our path. We have, of course, the advanced move tool that we can also use. Look at that. We can place it directly on the path just like that. And then we can create our queue and exit. So let's do the entrance. Exit's right there. And then, of course, we can do a queue line. Which I think we're just going to go here. Roll it around a little bit. Look what it did to that corner. That's interesting. And we'll place the entrance right there. I think that'll be good. Exit should already be connected since we placed it directly on a path. And now we can go ahead and test it and open it if we want to. But I actually think we're actually going to do that. And then if we go over to the Customize tab, we can attach scenery, which is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. These restraints look very interesting. I think they're different from Planet Coaster 1, which is cool. Interesting. I'm not sure, but we can actually attach it to the animated pieces here. So like if I wanted to attach something to the arms, I can attach it to the cars or the restraints and everything. So I can theme this up exactly the way I want. I can attach a tree to it if I want to. I can do anything. We even have like little cubes, and look at this scaling. If you hold down C, you can actually scale items now, which is absolutely insane. I think we're going to keep it pretty simple here. I think what I'm going to do is just add some cool lights to it, which would be awesome. I think that's all we're going to do is just add some lighting to our ride so it looks really cool at night. Okay, so we can go there. And then we have like the resort light box, which is pretty cool. Let's see what all the different lights that we have here that we can use. And just use kind of one of my favorite. And remember, you can scale this stuff too. Don't forget about that. We can scale this up. So if I can put this down, maybe I'll just put some lights down in here. Let's go ahead and change the color to kind of match stuff here. All right, I'm going to place one there. Place one there. I'm not sure if you can do 20 on this or not. Because you can actually like make it apply it to like the other cars and stuff. I'm not sure if that is a thing. So if I click on, yes, we'll just add objects. Let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. Except we want it to make sure it's animating with this. You can see it will highlight what it's going to animate with. Oops. Let's change the color there. There we go. Again, you could probably twin this to the other ones, but I haven't tried that yet, so I'm not sure if it will work, but let's put it on the other side here, and then we'll view it at night too. That's something I haven't really seen, is Planet Coaster 2 at night. Okay, let's go ahead and take these, copy them over as well. I'm sure there's other ways to do stuff like this as well, but for right now, we're just going to add lights to these and just see how it works. So now that we have those lights attached, we can go ahead and exit out of there and click done, and boom, we can test it, and you can see that those lights are going to animate with the actual ride itself. Look at that. It's amazing. So we have lights on there. We can actually set the weather and seasons. I haven't seen the rain yet. Actually, set lighting. Let's make it nighttime. Go. If we pause it, you can kind of see that I added those lights, which now shine on to the ride, which is pretty awesome. Nice. Amazing. So let's go ahead and get this ride open for our guests. We can also set the pathing. So if we want to do the customized brush, do the same thing. We can go over to the customized brush and actually change our ride to match it as well. Let's see if I can change the railing here. Yeah, and it won't change the railing unless you go around to the sides. I noticed that, so we want to make sure that is there. I think we can delete the rails too if we really wanted to. So if we didn't want railing, you can actually set add rails off, and we could turn them off if we want to, like that. But for this case, I'm gonna keep them on. Again, we can change the color of those as well. I think I want to change the queue line as well. So if we go to queues, let's go customize style. What do we want to use? We'll use this brick queue path. I think it looks kind of nice. Same railing and copy texture. Customize brush, and that will get us our queue line looking the way that we want it. Make sure all the railings change too. Look at that. And we have a nice little queue path, of course, and I would actually do a path cover for this. Too bad we can't do, I wish we could do the square edges. That's my big thing. I missed a spot there, so make sure we got there. But look at that, we have a hammer swing, we have a line. Now, what are we missing? Of course we're missing a roller coaster. I know you guys have been yelling at me to add one probably ever since I started. So what do we want to do? I think it makes sense to go ahead and start with the multi-dimension coaster. I didn't find anything new that we didn't already know about, so there's nothing like crazy going on there. But let's go ahead and add ourselves the multi-dimension coaster, which has all our fun track pieces that we're able to do implement into this. So let's go ahead and add some drive tires. We can also do track supports, optional catwalk. Too bad we can't do it on whatever side we want, but that's all right. All right, friction wheel lift. Let's do about a 30-degree lift. We're gonna do just kind of normal. We could do drop tracks. As for this, see all the options that we have. Unfortunately, I don't think you can actually change. So you can do like which way it exits. I don't think you can change how far it drops. So it's like a set piece. There's the turntables. What else have we got here? Turntables reversed, turn it around, and then of course we have track pivot end, seesaw right turn. There's so many ridiculous options in here, it's crazy. And then we have the reverse direction. Of course we have the normal switch track, and there's different options for that as well. We do have I think this is some sort of tilt track. This is a rotating tilt track. So is that one. Then we have a combined drop and lift track part. That's interesting. Another one. Another turntable. A couple more turntables. And then the drive tire launch. So we can do a drive tire launch as well. So I think what I want to do to start off, because I want this ride to be just insane, is pretty cool, is movement stand, right turn. I think this is just like a slight tilt track, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to go with that. So if we go here, we go utilities, we can go ahead and I'm going to turn our banking offset up a little bit. That way we can have our kind of make it have our heart lining, which does work, by the way. Like the smooth tool, like doesn't really, I've noticed it doesn't really get rid of it. So that is a huge W for me. The smooth tool is definitely more improved. So if we go over, say, here, and let's just throw in, just because we want to, we're not doing anything realistic here. We're just trying to look at all this stuff and see everything that all the options that we do have. We're going to go ahead and put in a switch track. So we can do that one. We also have the other one for the other direction. So you have a few different, or a couple options. You can do the turn to the left or the one to the right. So there's a couple of different switch track options here that we can use. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit smoother of a transition by putting in a straight piece first, just to get us started, and then we'll put in the switch track. There we go, that's a little bit better. And I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it out. So you have to actually go into edit mode and you can select your pieces, and just like the mod that we had in Planet Coaster 1, you can smooth forward, backwards, or none. So I can smooth selected and it will actually smooth forward, making smoothing a complete breeze. And we're gonna switch it to backwards, smooth it backwards, and really you don't have to go through too many times for it to become smooth. And you can see that the heart lining actually stays put. So let's go ahead and edit. We're gonna go back into here. Let's edit the, I'm actually gonna go ahead and head to edit mode, and let's go ahead and change our target speed. We're gonna have it accelerate really fast. That way we can have a little bit of a section right here. So now we're actually going to be traveling backwards at this point. So the ride will be traveling backwards. We're gonna do kind of a turnaround. That looks really good, so. There's so many different track pieces in the game, and I don't want to, like, again, spend too much time on this because I want to show off some other stuff. But I know a lot of people, this was, like, one of the coolest coaster types that is in the game. So we have to also figure out a way to switch the train back around from the backward section. So we're either going to have to do another switch track, or we can do something else here. And maybe, perhaps, we can do a drop track. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in, find a drop track, and we want it to go in and come out the other way. I don't know how much speed we have here, so we might actually see if we can test the ride as we go. There we go. That way I can see how much speed I have. I don't know exactly how fast it's going to launch on there, so. Alright, drop track with exits here because we're going to be start to head back towards our final spot here. And we're gonna build a little bit from the back, so you can build from the back. So I know that's some concerns some people had. So don't worry, you can build from the back. So let's go ahead and add a block section right here. And then let's do some friction brakes. This will be for the end of the ride. And switch back over to this side. Oh wait, look at that track. That's crazy. Isn't that insane? There's so many cool options that you get with these. It's so cool. And as you can see, it goes into the switch track. Watch that switch over. So good. And then I don't know how much speed it's gonna have. It's not a ton of speed. It's not gonna make it. Oh no. Oh no. Thought we had the acceleration as fast as it could go, but it might not be enough. Don't worry, we'll make the adjustment. So we'll go ahead and auto-complete that, confirm. And let's go ahead and see if we can edit this again. Oh, see, it didn't register that. For some reason. Looks like it is now, so hopefully it'll work. Edit. Let's go ahead and smooth out the last bit of sections that we haven't smoothed yet. I usually like to do 2 pieces at a time. Let's go ahead and smooth forward. And smooth backwards. Perfect. And then we're going to smooth the last bit of section of track. Forwards and backwards here. And backwards. Perfect. Now we're going to see if it worked. Hopefully it did. And let's go ahead and hop on. You can still get rid of the UI, which is really good for when you're just riding the ride. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit until we dispatch. Look at the trees. They look so much better. And we're just going to fast forward to the top here. As we got our new track pieces. This is one of those weird tracks that kind of go left and right. It's so weird. Boom. And look how smooth that is. I only went through with smoothing twice, by the way. Switch track's gonna switch behind us as we flip it backwards. I think that's about the fastest you can get it to launch. Hopefully we make it up to the, the drop track. Gonna be close. Okay, we did. And now we're into the drop track. And that will complete the ride. And nothing special, I know, but just kind of showcasing some of those track pieces. Pretty cool. I'm so excited for that. That's amazing. All right, let's go ahead and place an entrance and exit so we can get this going to our guests. Paths. I'm gonna do just the line builder for now. Oh, I need to do a queue. Queue path. And then if you hold down shift, you can see we have a lot more options for actually elevated paths, which is nice. So we're just gonna roll around here. Oh, I went a little bit lower than I should have. I didn't realize how close I was there. Maybe we can go this way? Still not low enough. There we go. And then you can directly go in like that. And then we have that. And then we have to do a normal path. So you can see we can literally go any angle now, which is great. That's too low. I need to remember, figure out how, where it is. There it is. Boom. And just like that, we're ready to open. course, I could add 2 trains. Just realized that. Block section, trains. Do that while... No, I gotta test it first. Alright. Go ahead and let that test, so we can test the 2 trains. And you can actually block section the, like, switch tracks, drop tracks, they can all be block sections as well, which is very, very nice. So we're going to test that. Alright, and should be able to open it now. You can see how crowded it is over here now. Now you can see how guests do walk through the bus. Now there should actually be, if I remember right, they did bring back the curbs. Yes, so you can actually place these curbs in, just like in Planet Coaster 1, and guests will avoid walking through these. Hopefully. That's the goal anyways. Not sure how effective that will be, but should be able to work. And now we do have a dedicated tool, or dedicated first-person mode as well. And get this. You can actually interact with the rides as well. So like if you go through a queue line, we'll go up here. I could actually ride and hop right on. So you can actually make that work now, which is awesome. And then when you exit, it takes you down here at the exit. It's so cool. I love that now. So we do have a dedicated first-person mode. Very, very cool. So rest assured for those that were worried about that. Now, as for pools, I'm just going to place down a basic pool. Like one that's already a blueprint, just because and it's so easy to just place them down like that. But remember, when you do that, you have to add some specific facilities here for that to work. So we're going to have to go to our shops and make sure that we have the correct services here. So it's under services. We got to do guest services so they can buy a pool pass. We'll make sure we have that. They also have to have changing rooms. So we'll make sure they have access to that. Perfect. We do need to open this up. Perfect. And I don't know if they can go through this tiny little... Oh, they can. Sweet. Guess think Hammer Swing have too long of a queue time. It's not even that long of a line. I was curious if they're gonna fit through this. That's cool. Like, you can literally make skinny pads now if you really want to. Pretty cool, right? I do want to add, I think it'd be cool to add a Splash Emporium. That's fantastic. Looney Bloom's just a memento. Splash Emporium. That way they can, like, purchase the little inflatables and stuff. Put that back here. Okay. And it's as easy as that. Like, we have pools, we have rides, we have attractions. And we have almost 1,000 guests in our park now, too. So, guests are already getting changed into their swimwear. And they're ready to go. Now we just need to add a flume. They have a few different options here. This is funny. They have like one big... This one's pretty big. Pretty small for a big flume. That's interesting. I haven't seen all the blueprints here. They do have a mat racer that you could throw in here, so that's pretty cool. Those are mat racers. Just kind of have a lot of your standard stuff. Also looks like a racer as well. Let's just add one of these basic slides. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of test this out a little bit. We're going to add a slide here. That's going to hopefully go into a pool. Intersecting terrain. Oh, yeah, I went under, didn't I? Okay, so now that we do have a slide, but we need to put a pool under it. Let's go ahead, head to pools, create custom. We're just gonna do a small octagon. I think. Also snap it if we want to. So do an advanced move tool. You can see it's gonna flawlessly connect to that. Basically, I wanted to have a dedicated spot for this. It's kind of hard to see whether or not you're above or below where you need to be. So let's redo that again. Should be level. You can see you can actually snap it with the flim too, which is pretty nice. Oh, I'm gonna place it a little bit further that way. Boom. Jaboom. We have a flume. Okay, now we need to connect this with some pads. I'm just gonna do like a normal path. You can do a queue as well if you want to. You can connect queue pads with it. Let's turn off our angle snap. So I have full control here. Boom. Now, I know a lot of people say they want exit only. I wonder, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set the pool as closed. I wonder if I do that, will guests not enter it and maybe only exit? That's actually a good question. We're gonna test this out. I know a lot of people want exit only pools. So after we test it here, we can open it. But will it work? Is my question. That's one thing we're gonna really take a look at here. They do have lazy rivers. This is all. We gotta go scenery, pool. Let's give them a pool ladder to get out of here. And see if our guests will ride. I'm gonna set make it free. Because I want to get guests riding it. As you can see, no one's going to enter this pool because it's closed. But will they still ride the ride? Is my question. I need someone that's in a swimwear to go over there. My gosh, look how crowded it is. Probably need more changing rooms. But I really wanted to check this. If we can get anyone riding it, of course. No one with swimwear is over here. Here, I got an idea. We're gonna build a facility. We're gonna build a changing room right next to the ride. That way they have no excuse. They can change right there. Don't know if they have a pool pass, but Oh, some people got it. We got these extra changing room. All right, they're gonna go ride. So, I think there's a way. I think this is gonna work. Because the pool's closed, no one's going to go in it. So if you have it closed like that, and they drop into the pool, will they just exit normally? Yeah, so for those that were... That proves it right there. Like, you can have exit pools, you just gotta set the pool to closed, so no one will just go into it. So that actually works. Look at that. So no one's actually gonna go into this pool because it's closed. So that actually works. And then they just exit and no one will enter. So you can have exit only pools, you just gotta set it up that way. Beautiful. That answers that question and solves that problem that a lot of people were thinking about. So rest assured. that helps a lot. So anyways, guys, yeah, I know you guys want to see so much more, and this is not going to be, this is just my initial, like, start and reactions, kind of testing a few things. So, I think I'm going to end this video here for now. Don't worry, I'm going to be recording a ton of these videos, just kind of showing off stuff. We might make a small mini park. Maybe even a water park, we'll see. I'm going to try and showcase more of the coaster types, more flat rides, more stuff that we can do in the game, and might even attempt to make like a small test park, and actually like try to build something nice, which will be cool. So that will probably be the next video. Look for that very, very soon. I'll probably have that posted within the next, who knows how many hours, so... Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe for more amazing Planet Coaster 2 content. We have a lot of Planet Coaster 2 content coming. And again, thanks so much again, Frontier, for giving me this opportunity to play the game a little bit early. And I will catch you guys in the next video for Planet Coaster 2. Thanks so much, guys, and goodbye.